Welcome to a short video I'm calling Course Orientation to the online section of ECE 320A. I want to work through several different pieces of the class, and we start with our learner management system, which is D2L, Designed to Learn. I will typically just refer to that as D2L, and I'm giving you the direct links to those, and we'll step through these after I sort of walk through our outline of what we would like to cover in this short video. We will have an examination platform for the midterm exams and the final exam, and that will be through a third-party Examity. We will also have a third-party platform for our homework, and that's Mastering Engineering, and that's through the Pearson publisher. And one of the key pieces of that is the course identification number, or ID, and that for this particular class will be ME, my last name, Tharp, T-H-A-R-P, and then 5 digits, 07597. That's the course ID, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in terms of how you use that or where to start getting information about this Mastering Engineering platform. We will also have not only points associated with exams, homeworks, but also participation. And these are then some of the key parts of the class. We will have participation points by means of quizzes and discussions and maybe others, but you'll find quizzes and discussions on the D2L blue menu bar, which is at the top of the course page just below the block A, and hopefully we'll walk through that in just a minute. Our office hours will be virtually held, and you'll find those in the discussion tab again, but this will be under a forum called Ask the Instructor, and during the course of the semester we will have different topics based on where we are in the course as far as prior to exam 1, between exam 1 and exam 2, etc. So you'll want to place your questions or comments in that the appropriate topic section in the discussion, Ask the Instructor, and then we'll figure out what's an efficient way to go about answering those questions via these virtual office hours. We actually will start the class with one assignment, which is your passport assignment into the class, and again, that's another link or page on the blue menu bar in the D2L learner management system called Assignments, and you'll want to then click on that to find the drop box which is labeled the passport assignment, and you'll submit your passport assignment in that particular drop box. Most of the material that we will be interacting or interfacing with, the majority of the class, will be found on the Content tab. Again, that's another item in the blue menu bar on D2L, and you'll find notes and videos. My plan is for you to have access to those notes and be following along and handwriting those either in a tablet or maybe print those particular notes out as a hard copy and fill those in as we go through the videos in this particular course. The other piece of this that's not indicated is another tab on the blue menu bar, and that's the Grades tab. And obviously these particular pieces of the course will be contained, or your grades for these pieces will be contained in that grade book. Let's then see if we can start to walk through some of this in the websites themselves. For example, if you type in d2l.arizona.edu, you will then become confronted with this splash page, and you will then need your UANet ID. If you click on the UANet ID login, then you will be presented Well, I'm already logged in, so it's not allowing me to show you, but you would then enter in your UANet ID and your password to obtain then or get to your home page, and your home page is going to look a little bit differently. Right now I'm looking as if I'm an instructor for the class, so you may be seeing more features than what you will see, but when you do get into D2L, the important piece immediately on the front page is this My Courses section, and you'll want to click on ECE 320A, and hopefully I will have activated this class when you see this video, so that you can then click on this particular link, and that will take you then to the ECE 320A homepage for this particular semester. And here's the blue menu bar that I was talking about before, and this gives you now direct links to the content, the class list, discussions, assignments. That's where the Passport assignment will be, or the Dropbox for the Passport assignment will be contained, grades, quizzes, UA Tools, and UA Tools is actually where you will find your connection with Examity, which is how we will be presenting you with the exams in this particular class. If you now clicked on content, which again I said that's the main part of this course, is where you will interact mostly. If you get lost, come over here. Here's the rough breakdown of the class, the different units. The class is designed within units, Unit 1, Unit 2, and then we have exam number 1. But if you click on Table of Contents, that will sort of reset everything, and you can then start to get a little bit more connected with the website as you work through the class. Here is, once we've done the Table of Contents click, now we have all of the table, or all of the content on this particular course. And obviously I'm not yet finished developing all of the content, so I hope you're not trying to start watching and working through Unit 9 all the way down through Unit 12. That's to be determined or will be forthcoming, but now what I want you to do is just feel comfortable getting on to the content page and working through the course introduction, the syllabus, the course calendar, a bio if you want to read a little bit more about me, university policies, student services. I have yet to put anything in here for keys to success. Some of that is actually in the syllabus, so you may not see information on the keys to success. But you will want to obviously check out the syllabus, and I have 2 videos, and this is what would happen if you actually clicked on the syllabus link. You would get the syllabus for this class, and it now contains the information that we're talking about also in this short video. If we go back to the content, and then if we wanted to, for example, have a question for office hours, here's the Ask the Instructor forum. You would click on this topic before exam number 1 and post your question or start a new thread to ask me a question relative to office hours. I've also created a student exchange forum where you can now post topic or questions or threads for your peers in this class if you want to exchange information or start to set up a study session, etc. And you'll also find different discussions that are graded for the different units in the class. Here is where you will go to this discussions page to access that material, and you will then introduce a thread to answer or participate in that particular discussion topic. If you click on the quizzes, which again, this is another graded topic. If we go, let me step back again. Here's the home page for the class. We'll click on contents, and now suppose we go into unit number 1, And this is now our first unit. This tells you a little bit of an overview about the class or about that unit. Here's a driving question. Where does complex power come from, or how does it arise? Here are your graded activities. You have the passport assignment, which is one of the participation parts components of your grade. Quizzes are also in the participation part. Homework obviously is in the homework part of your grade. You'll have a homework section, but here is where you will now do your readings, videos, and activities. You'll want to submit your class passport. Again, that will be submitted in the assignments tab, which is if you clicked on it, you would come here, click on the passport assignment, and submit your completed passport into the Dropbox under the passport assignment. Back in unit number 1, we can now come and say down here we need to read this particular part of the Nielsen and Rydell text, those pages, take a quiz. Again, that's a graded participation point or part. Then there's different videos that you can watch. Those videos, I haven't provided a link here, but they are included down here, and you'll see then that preceding most of these videos are notes, and those are the notes that you'll want to either print out or have available to you maybe in a tablet form as you're watching these videos, and that will then allow you to complete or fill in the missing pieces of that particular video. We've talked about discussions, we've talked about the quizzes, we've talked about the assignments. Probably no one's worried about their grade, but if you click on the grades tab, here is where your grades will be posted. I may not be displaying I won't be displaying your final grade in the class, but here you will be able to find what you've scored on the particular assignments and how you then might stack up in terms of your distribution or statistics relative to others in the class. If we go back to Unit 1, you might then be starting to work on your passport assignment, and as a part of that passport assignment, I'm asking you to go and determine or read through some particular pieces that are found in the resources and review, and I provide the actual link to those. But one of those is on the 10 good rules and 10 bad rules for studying. I want you to comment on those. But also in the resources and review section are your pieces of information dealing with the homework platform, which is mastering. Here's a document that tells you how to get started. Here's if you're needing support, if you're having trouble accessing the information. Let me go ahead and click on that. If you're having trouble accessing the information, meaning having your code that you've been supplied with from the publisher work, then you need to communicate that with me via an email. So if you're having trouble gaining access to the course site, tell me what you're using in terms of the ISBN that you're using, the textbook package, the access code you're using, along with your email, and I will then work with the publisher to see how to clear up that particular disconnect that might be happening. However, if you're having computer issues or computer trouble within mastering, meaning if you're doing a homework assignment and something is not working properly, then you need to contact Pearson support and obtain a case number, and that case number will then allow us, myself and the publisher, to go in and debug what it is that you're having trouble with. That's what you can work through on the homework platform. On the exam platform, you will actually want to understand a little bit about Examity by reading the basic information, and then here is a quick student guide for that. But once you've read through that, you'll be able to set up Examity or interface with Examity through the D2L UA tools on the task bar or menu bar, And that will then, if you click on Examity, that in fact will open up a separate splash page, and you'll then be able to come over here, schedule your exams, take your exams through this particular Examity interface that you have accessed through D2L. And yours will look something like this. You'll have the ability to schedule and track your exam, any reports, take your exam, etc. Back to where we were, I think we have covered pretty much everything that we wanted to cover in terms of the particular parts of the class. You have mainly three graded components. You have exams, homework, and participation. Exams and homework have their own sort of platform, but you do access Examity actually, or take your exams through D2L by clicking on the UA Tools and then the Examity link within UA Tools. I hope this now gives you a little bit better feel for how you will be navigating through the class. I've even in this resources and review section talk a little bit about why I might be having you take a quiz on something that you haven't yet been introduced to, and that's this just-in-time telling. That's a chapter in a particular book. I'm also giving you a little bit of information about the benefits of taking hand notes versus trying to type notes into a computer. I hope that this has now helped you get oriented relative to the class, and we will then continue or get deeper into the class by working through most everything on the content page, which again is accessed through the home page of ECE 320 by clicking on the content. And if you want to simply look at one particular unit, you can click on this leftmost bar and pull up just that unit, and then that gives you a little less material to scroll through, but all of the notes and videos are now here for you to work through. Good luck with the class, and I hope this orientation video has been helpful.